this lighthouse. Oh dear, can't wave my finger. This lighthouse here, Point of Ayr Lighthouse, I think it is. It's called. So we're just down the road from Chester, and probably somewhere behind me over my head is Liverpool. So tide's out at the minute, but it's coming in. The sun's going down, so I'm hoping it's going to be a nice evening for some photographs. So I'm just going to work my way up into the dunes. Oh, this sounds hard work. So I'm working my way up into the dunes, see if I can get some shots going that way towards the lighthouse. He's now gone off chasing pheasants. I didn't think there'd be pheasants around here, to be fair, but yes, he's gone off chasing pheasants. Who thought there'd be pheasants on the beach? So I might not see him for a bit. So I've just got myself located here, just off the to turn the camera on to help. I may have to move you guys out of the way. Oh, that's quite nice. Oops. So focus on the lighthouse. It's back. So I just show you what I'm looking at here. So this is viewed through my viewfinder. What my thought is if I can focus on the lighthouse. So the feed's getting in the way a little bit. So just use my focus on my camera. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm going to probably go for F9 and see how that looks in terms of blurriness, depth of field with the grasses. So yeah, I'm going to take that now and see how that looks. What I'm doing also is just zooming in just to make sure I'm focused okay, and then I zoom back out again. Safe zoomed in with the digital zoom. Probably heard the pheasant there in the background. So let's come out again. I'm just going to try land portrait as well. Again, zoom on, focus on the top of the lighthouse. See how that looks. It's a disappointing thing, I suppose, is there's not much cloud in the background. Right, we're going to give this a go. I'm just going to use the drone, see how that looks in terms of a viewpoint. So it helps you also move around. So I'm just coming down here. You might not see me actually now. So I've come down to this point here. We've got the lighthouse, got these grasses, with a nice pathway going through. It's not so bad as that end, so I'm just going to get down a little bit lower. You might lose me, but we'll see how this looks. I'm just going to go down on my knee a second. The drone's going to probably try and find me. Put it on to record. This is kind of what I'm looking at. So we've got the lighthouse on the middle, or on the right hand third, more or less. So I'll zoom in a little bit. So yeah, so that's quite nice. I may try it portrait. I'm not sure. Well, we'll go for this in a minute. We'll go for a landscape. So see how that looks. So slightly underexpose it. So I'm going to go for F9 320th of a second. Oops, 400th of a second gives me a third underexposed. So click. There we go. See how that comes out in edit. So lost the dog again. He's probably wandering around looking for pheasants. So see how that one comes out. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to have a wander around with my camera in my hand and not bothered with the tripod at the minute, that's just still in my bag, and just look for some compositions. There's a fair bit of foreground interest we can play with a lot of these rocks. There's obviously a lot of pebbles around, there's little pools of water, so we'll just see what we can get from that. And my microphone will reach, because it's actually on my camera at the minute, so over there, if we lose the audio then I'll just have to do some voiceover and hopefully I'll try and trip over something this time. Again, there we go, tripping over stones. So just going to see how this looks from over here. No, that's not going to work. It's just a bit too busy. I think I need to get further down, closer to the ground, and see what we can find. I feel like the stones over there are going to be a big one to look at, so I'm going to grab my camera bag and have a wander over there. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we have to place ourselves. So what I've done, I've just set up this set my tripod here. I've actually got it set high up, actually, for a change, just so I get a little bit of separation between the what probably used to be a walkway going to this walkway here. Where is it? I've never got the hang of this. There. So walkway going across there. I didn't want that intersecting with the beach, sorry, as the waves come in. So I've had to raise the tripod up a little bit for that. So we are now, I've got my ND6 on there still. Just give me a third of a second. But I'm trying to hope for something a bit longer, although I'm going straight to the sun here. But I can get this down to, say, 1.5 seconds thereabouts, or 2 seconds. It's probably going to be too long. But I want to get a little bit of movement in the waves as they're coming in. I don't want it completely blurred out, but I don't want them completely still either. So I want to get a little bit of movement in there. So I'm going to try a couple of shots. Again, focusing on the lighthouse. So again, I'll just show you how I'm looking. So the lighthouse, this is what I mean by the separation here, just between these stepping stones and the waves as they're coming in. So nice bit of light coming down there on the side of the lighthouse. That's actually looking a little bit underexposed on here. So can't do too much with the shutter speed. So put a little bit underexposed. But anyway, that's how it's looking. So we'll see how that looks. We'll take a few shots different lengths, and if they're any good, I'll put them up here. So I've just set myself up here for the lighthouse again. Obviously, it's the only thing here today. I've got my camera pointing straight down these stones, up to the lighthouse, up to where the door is, and then obviously up to the middle, so everything should be symmetrical. I've got it in portrait mode. I've got my ND filter fitted. I'm just waiting for the water to come in a little bit more, the tide to come in, and then start to kind of envelop the bottom of the lighthouse. It's also going to be nice because where I'm positioned by the last rock. We should hopefully get a little bit more of the as the water comes in, as the tide comes in, it's just going to go around the rock and it's going to kind of swirl around and give some nice effects there. As long as I kind of don't go for too long an exposure, I should be able to capture all that that movement in the water, and it should look really nice. So I'm just going to hold on here for a bit. So the tide's coming in, the sun's going down. Hopefully it's going to be perfect timing, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm still waiting for the tide to come in. I've taken some shots. What am I at? F8. Oh no, I can go down to. Yep, F20 in a minute. I'm just trying to keep my exposure time to a third of a second, so I'm just using the aperture to drive that in a minute because I'm at ISO 100 already. So while I'm waiting for, we've still got a little bit of light on the side of the lighthouse. I'm still waiting for this tide to come in. So once that starts to come in, I can then start to get some better exposures. But all I'm doing at the moment is just waiting. I've got some good images in the bag, so to speak. I've got some with some side light. I'm just hoping I don't lose the light before the tide comes in. But if I do, I've got some images that I can use for a bit of blending. Not necessarily what I like to do, but I've come all this way today. So hopefully we'll get a shot out of this. So if I do get something, then I'll post it up in a second. So I'll see you then. Yes, the tide is now in. I managed to get the shots that I wanted. It did command the lighthouse as I wanted it to. Probably not quite in the same way, but it was still good. Hopefully I got some good shots. I fired off a fair few different exposures, not just different exposures, but different shutter speeds. So hopefully I've got the effect I'm after. So I may have to do some blending. I did some focus stacking as well, but may have to do some blending of a couple of images just to get the lights nice on the side of the lighthouse. So yeah, so I've just finished off, just taking a couple of photos from over here. Just got the lighthouse and kind of the walkway coming out of it. So that might be quite a nice shot. Slightly long exposure, not too long, 3 seconds, 4 seconds or so. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, give me a like. If you really like it, you can follow me as well. That'll be great. And hopefully you'll join me on the next one. Thanks for watching.